Hello, and welcome to Pathways to Healing, the Perfect Step podcast. We're your hosts, Cody Norman
and Logan Fry, paralysis recovery specialist at the Perfect Step, also known as TPS.
We are not doctors and are not prescribing anything during this podcast, as this podcast is for informational purposes only.
However, we are providing knowledge and experience that we have gained from working for years with clients in the paralysis community.
The guests on this podcast include experts in their respective fields or members of the paralysis community in their own right.
Suggestions and advice that we share may affect each person differently, as not one injury or diagnosis is the exact same.
Welcome back to the next episode of Pathways to Healing. On today's episode, we have on a very special guest, Mr. Christopher Clark.
Hello.
Welcome, Chris Clark. Thank you for taking your very valuable time and coming on our podcast today.
Thank you guys for allowing me to jump on the podcast with you guys.
Absolutely, man. It's a pleasure. You're used to being the interviewer, and so now you get to be the interviewee.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for you and for you to share your knowledge and what you've been doing lately. Been up to some really big things lately.
Yeah.
So we're going to ask you a few questions about some of those things, and maybe you can start off with just a general background about yourself, who you are and where you're from.
So, my name's Chris. I got cerebral palsy, and I always had it at birth, and I always had a cord wrap around my neck when I was in my mom's stomach, so that's why I have cerebral palsy, and I love being around. I love staying active, and the doctor told me that I won't be able to speak or walk, but I'm alive, and I'm just going against I'm doing everything the doctor said I couldn't do. I'm showing them.
That's right. Absolutely, you are, and you're not only just walking, talking, doing that type of stuff, but you're going out of your way to do a lot of extracurriculars, right? You're not just going to school and showing them that you can do that, but you're a part of the football program, right?
Yeah.
You want to talk about what gave you the confidence to try to get involved in some extracurriculars like that, Chris?
Yeah. So I've been part of the football team, and it's really changed my perspective on things. I made lifelong relationships because of I've been doing football all 4 years, and the reason why I'm doing football now is because I wanted something to do. So going into my sophomore year, and I already started playing ball, and everything started working with the coaches, and it was just really cool to have the coach welcome me with open arms. Because I'll tell you guys like right now, if I if I didn't have the courage to go up to him, go roll into his office, and I said, "Oh, hey, coach, can I help you with the football team?" And he's all like, do you want it? And I look him in the eye. I said, yes, coach, I want it. He's like, why don't you ask your mom first? and that night, I was like so excited to tell my mom, At first, like my mom said, oh, honey, like you can't, don't you know that you cannot play football? I said, no, this is team managing. And she's like, me and Dad will support you with everything you want to do. And like, I had this conversation with her too, and like, I want to show people, show my friends and my community that I can do this.
No, you did, man.
You have been.
And we've definitely seen you on the football field, and we see how fired up you get out there, and you going up and down the sideline and firing your teammates up and really being a man of authority for your team and being a really good team manager.
Yeah.
What was the reason that you chose football over any other sport to be a team manager of?
I felt like football was like hard hitting, and like it was like when you're, I don't know if you guys like seen or like how fired up the fans get, and like the students. One of these days, I want to be part of the Friday Night Lights.
Mhm.
And
Awesome.
like my dad was reading something in the paper about the football team, and I look at my mom and dad. I said, Mom and Dad, imagine me on that field every Friday night,
Mhm.
and
In your element.
and my element
And now you're doing it.
with my teammates, and like it was just really special, cause we won league my first year. So it was like that first year I'm like driving like a wild guy, like this, like giving hugs and he's like yelling at players, saying like I'm so proud of you, and like hugging my coaching staff, and it was just really cool.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful moment, man.
That's awesome. And your high school experience has not stopped there,
Yeah.
right? You've done a lot of other cool things for the school
Yeah.
and the whole entire community. One of the most recent things was you just had your prom, right? That was a super
Yeah.
cool experience, and I don't think a lot of people are going to know this off the top of their head, but you also do YouTube, and you got to share that whole experience of you going to prom. Was it as a YouTube video or as a movie?
It's a 60-second film about like and inclusivity, and like it so cool, quick backstory, but like I was actually at one of guys' events at the like club, and this lady kept like following me around. So at first I'm like, she's like, you want to be part of a film about inclusivity, and I told her yes, but like I never acted before in my life, so I told her that. She's like, don't worry,
Yeah.
I can teach you. So I so like we got on a quick Zoom call, and like and she saw and I told her my story, and like, well, like I told her that like I'm very active in this community, and she's like, you're the perfect kid for this movie, cause I guess like the other guy that she was gonna ask is like was going out of he was moving out of town, and now she found me.
Oh, was she a director then?
So she's a director.
Got it.
And like it's just I never thought
You were doing YouTube before that, though, right?
Yeah, how was good. So I've been doing yearbook. I've been doing YouTube for a year and a half now.
Awesome.
That's
been that long already?
That's crazy.
Oh,
That
my
is
fast,
crazy.
man.
But
So people can find this video, or this 60-second film. They can find this on your Instagram and your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, I'll make a link.
Yeah, we'll put the link in the description of our podcast video.
Yeah. It's just really cool to see people are walking up to me and saying, like, oh, like, thank you for doing that.
Right. Even though it was just it was a 60-second film, there's such a powerful message in those 60 seconds.
Yes.
And I like how you mentioned the word inclusivity, and because that also plays along with accessibility too, right? And you're somebody that's a huge accessibility advocate for the paralysis community.
Absolutely.
And others at Claremont High School.
Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit about your experience with accessibility at the high school and how you've trying to, improve accessibility all throughout schools throughout Southern California and California as a whole?
Yeah. So I've been trying to find ways to like help to help like certain people out like with ramps and everything, because like ramps is a huge like part of like ramps are like a huge part of it too, cause like I can tell you right now that like there's not that many there's not that many ramps and like I mean there's ramps, but it's like how do we expand? How do we say, oh, how can we raise the funds for ramps? It's not. So ramps are like very, very important. Ramps are like very important for people in like wheelchairs and like walkers.
Definitely.
And not only how do we make it accessible in the fact that there is one room with a ramp, right? How do we make it so that almost every single room has a ramp and maybe there's one or two that don't? How do we try to level that playing field of accessibility so that it's just not, oh, they can get by, but they're in a space where they have as many options as everybody else?
It shouldn't be like, oh, one room, and like you said, Cody, I really someone needs to say like, oh, this ramp conversation, like it shouldn't be even a question,
right?
Cause it's more. It's like we serve our community. It's not just. It's not just. We just don't. We don't pick and choose the like if they need a ramp, they should get a ramp. No,
definitely, and that's one of many things.
No
I'm
matter
sure.
what.
Yeah, I'm sure the list goes on and on. About accessibility in schools and inclusivity. And there's one big thing that you did recently was go up to the state capitol in Sacramento.
Yeah,
Are these one of many topics that you chose to discuss with the higher ups at Sacramento, or what else did you guys discuss when you're up there?
So I'm a part of the SELPA. The SELPA is helps these like kids and wheelchairs and have like other other disabilities, and like it's more and they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna be gonna go to Sacramento. I said cool. I told you guys like off the camera this all the time, but I'm like, how can I make how can I make an impact on my community? And like with me going to Sacramento, it's more. I don't do it for any I don't do it for myself. I do it for my community. My parents have really taught me how to speak up for myself, and it's just really cool to see I don't do it. I don't do it for I don't do it for like praise. I do it because I need to.
That's right. And we see that, man. And thank you for all that you do for the community. There's been countless amounts of things that you've done. And it just reminds me when you're talking about the David Stockline Award that you were awarded to at our gala a couple years ago. And I keep like thinking about that as you're talking about all these things that you've done for the community and how you're so well deserved of that and so many other things, Chris. So we really appreciate you and all that you're doing for the community, and we're looking forward to how much more is in store for you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Chris, for everything that you do for the community, and keep it up, and excited to see what the future holds for you and how you can make an impact at the next level with your trip to University of Laverne, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Go Leos.
Go Leos.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Pathways to Healing, the Perfect Step Podcast.
Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and leave a review by clicking the link in the description below.
If you have any feedback or topics you'd like for us to cover in upcoming episodes, you can go to our website, under the tab Pathways to Healing, and fill out the form.
We'll be back in a couple of weeks with another engaging conversation about the process community. Until then, stay resilient, keep inspiring, and roll on.